I was trying to hit play.
I'm sorry, hit X, hit cross.
Hit cross.
Sorry, I thought this was your Panasonic DVD remote.
You also watched the Funhouse episode, I'm assuming.
Yes, I did. We live the same lives. Whenever we go home, we just do the same things. Except I have a cat and you have a dog. So you eventually have to watch them, and I just look at my cat like, why are you mean to me? But literally, though, she's been super mean lately. I don't know what's wrong with her. What's her problem? And then I play with her swing, and now she's fine. I don't know.
She didn't try to attack me today, so I feel like
but she did attack Colt.
Yeah, she
And how long did you pet her?
Not very long. I didn't risk it.
I tested the boundaries because I wanted to make her mad.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing about cats. You have to let them grow first.
Yeah. I see. I had to pick my cat up from the vet today, and she said my cat was being bitchy today, and I thought that was really funny.
Okay, cool. Everyone, this is the garbage podcast. This is the Garbage Man podcast. We are kind of reviewing / commentating on the Digimon movie. I asked someone earlier, and they said they were like the original Digimon movie, and I was like, is there more than one Digimon movie? And I don't think there is.
I'm actually going to research that right now.
I only know of this one.
Yeah, I don't know of any other ones. Like, Pokemon had tons.
Yeah.
And, like, most of them were garbage.
Only 2 good ones.
Right. Well, the third one, like, it was okay. It was pretty. I liked it. I thought it had good animation. And that beginning scene with them Poke battling in the park. We literally we couldn't even talk about Digimon for, like, a minute.
We're already
until we
talking
got
about
to Pokemon.
I mean, there is a Wikipedia article called List of Digimon Films, but I haven't delved into it too hard yet.
And there's a list of 1.
I'm sorry, I was just reading the descriptor. It's just the launching of a nuclear ICBM aimed at Japan.
Okay, so, and also for podcast listeners, we already watched the movie together, but we are also kind of watching it in the background now, muted, to kind of give us a refresher. And we're watching I forgot about this part of the film, is that in the beginning they do the Amanda Anaconda.
Angela Anaconda.
Angela Anaconda sketch, and I completely forgot about this show. In fact, you said it was on Nickelodeon. I thought it was on ABC Family. Maybe ABC Family showed reruns.
Maybe I'm pretty sure this was an offshoot of Kablam, where they did like 1 or 2 of these, and then it like spawned off into its own show. It was all on Nickelodeon originally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I've never heard of this show because I didn't have cable growing up.
And I described this as like the cartoon version of Lizzie McGuire, which was like a show that I really thought. I even saw the Lizzie McGuire movie when I was itty bitty with Aaron Carter.
I had a crush on Hilary Duff, but I never saw the movie or anything.
Oh yeah,
that was Hilary Duff, right?
Show,
That was Hilary Duff.
Okay, yeah.
I watched the show, so I never saw the movie.
She's one of the few actresses that I remember from a child and saw as a child that have not like delved into drugs
cocaine.
and then no longer like into. So I pretty much just know Hilary Duff and Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, and Amanda Bynes had a break too, which was really sad. I think she actually was dealing with real mental issues, so I don't want to make light of that.
No, I'm sorry, Lindsay Lohan. That's what I was thinking of.
No, she did have.
She also.
Yeah, she went.
That's what I'm thinking. I only know Lindsay Lohan and Hilary
Duff.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just like not Lindsay Lohan. Cool. Like whatever.
So this show was this was like a slice of life high school kind of show or middle school show.
Yeah, it would do like there was like the whole thing where your main character is Angela Anaconda.
Yeah, sure.
And then she had bullies and there's other characters like the principal that was super tall and weird.
Yeah.
And like her best friends, and Angela Anaconda. She's kind of a little poop head. Like she's not great.
She looks sassy the way she moves.
Right. That's why she has like weird friends, is because she's actually kind of mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like her character was. And she would do like Lizzie McGuire. This is why I kind of like say they're kind of the same show, except for one's animated, is because they both do the. Hey, I'm imagining something in my head, and now I'm showing you what it is. Because Lizzie McGuire also did that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that either. So would they be like really fantastical?
Yes, they would be fantastical animations. Like Lizzie McGuire had a little like cartoon Barbie doll version of herself.
Oh, I remember that. That always confused me because I wasn't sure if that was like a spin-off show or not.
No, that was just like her inner monologue animation. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So.
Huh. That's interesting. So Angela and Anaconda. I forgot her last name.
This is why the show didn't hit off, because you could not remember the name.
It's not great branding. So she would do that stuff too. Okay. But it was okay. So her vision, not her visions, her imagination.
Like daydream type thing.
That's
the
why
rest of the show was pretty grounded, despite the Terry Gilliam animations.
For the most part, which I really that's the one thing I liked about the show was the animation. I think I appreciated it more as an adult than I did as a kid, which is how weird it is because of how like everything is like color except for their faces are like still images of what looks like faces from a newspaper or something like that.
It is super weird, but it is really cool and unique, and I don't think there was anything that looked like that on TV back then, or really now, honestly.
If they just came up with a better name, they probably are like a name that made sense, like Amanda Anaconda. Like, why?
I'm having a hard time saying it too because I went to college with a girl whose last name started with an A, and her name was Angela, and I'm not going to say it, but I keep wanting to say her name instead of Anaconda.
Oh, okay.
And it even had like a kind of a 3-syllable name too. It was like yeah.
Do y'all want to comment at all about the little rap that happens in the intro of the Digimon movie?
Oh yeah, that was sick.
Is there anything to say about it? It's perfect.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Good. So I also want to say throughout this entire movie, you guys were kind of playfully shitting on it, and I'm over here being like, I fucking love everything about this movie. Like, this is my childhood. I'm not getting like I was like trying like being like they're just shitting on it normal people do. Like, but I'm over here being like, I'm gonna watch everything about this later. I'm gonna love it, and I loved every song that came on because it reminded me of watching this movie a million times when I was a little kid, and I was just like, yes, everything about this movie.
Yeah, I actually felt like I was hurting your feelings at one point. So
No.
Stop saying stuff. Did you actually go and marathon some more Digimon after
So I watched 2 episodes, and I was like, I'm good.
Did it not hold up?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so it holds up a lot better than Pokemon past Season 1.
Okay.
So Season 1 of Pokemon's great.
Right.
Everything past that's kind of not that great. And it holds up better than that.
Okay.
But it's still kind of like...
Well, it's very
dated. It's dated, and it's still just kind of like, maybe because I've already seen it, I'm kind of like, okay, I was like kind of get to the point. Like, I literally watched the first episode, and then like towards the last of the episode, because I was like, oh yeah, I've seen all of this already. Like, there's no comedy value or anything for me to rewatch it. Like, I've rewatched 30 Rock. Shout out to 30 Rock, one of the best shows ever.
It's an amazing show.
That's a great show.
Tina Fey's the best, and Alec Baldwin is pretty good.
Yeah, I like him.
I like him in things. I haven't seen... He's done a lot of movies lately, and I've seen like maybe one of them.
Yeah, I've never seen like his really good old movies too. Like what was the Glenn Ross or whatever?
Is it like 23-year-old Alec Baldwin doing movies or something?
Yeah, he's been around for a long time. Yeah. I only just recently saw Beetlejuice. I didn't realize he was in that until I watched it.
Wait, is he?
Yeah, he's the husband in that.
Did the part of the movie
also spoilers dies? In the beginning. What's up?
You go on with what you were saying.
No, that was all. I didn't want to talk.
Snap! That's right.
Beetlejuice. Yeah, I know. That blew my mind.
It's fine if we get sidetracked.
Yeah. He's Winona Ryder's dad.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. I didn't even realize that was him.
Yeah.
He was so much younger in that.
Yeah, it tripped me out. It doesn't really look like him at all.
I was thinking that was somebody else.
Huh. So, did y'all fall for that gag in the movie where they have the egg, and then they get the egg, and then the Digimon egg, and then in the next morning, like he's frying an egg. Did y'all fall for that gag?
No, I liked it. I assumed that they wouldn't fry the egg because they called it a Digi egg, and I sort of, even though I don't know anything about the lore, I assumed it was probably a Digimon.
Sadly, I was like, that egg's way too big to fit in the egg. That was my only...
See, it's little things like so. Like they do. This is something that y'all called out in the middle of the movie about how all the little, like one-liner little goof jokes that they made.
Oh yeah, his little puns.
Ty is the worst.
And so y'all were like, he's the worst. Y'all making fun of it. And I'm like, I fucking love everything he's saying. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember all of these jokes. They're so good. And I love I love how dumb they are because I saw it as a kid, and so I'm like, fuck yeah, that joke was great.
Nostalgia jokes. That's probably kind of like, I imagine that's me with like Fievel Goes West or something like that. I don't think that movie would hold up if you didn't see it as a kid.
And there's the scene where there's like the Digimon is sentient and is actually singing the Digimon song.
Yeah.
But by saying ball over and over again.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah. That was. Yeah.
And I was like, and I didn't realize how weird that is in this movie until we rewatched it. And I was like, oh, that's super weird. How like they know they're a part of a show, or is that like the secret
entrance?
Like
a bit of a fourth wall break.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
pretty weird. It would be funny if they knew they were part of a show. So I have a lore question.
Okay. But and then throughout the entire movie, I was like, did you guys know this? Like I was like. Because I've seen
our lore master.
Yeah.
I've seen pretty much every episode of the first
Digilore.
3 seasons, and then some of 4, but 4 was garbage, and so.
Okay, well, we'll assume that all
and we'll get into that.
Yeah, we don't want to touch on the extended universe then, the Digi universe, Digiverse. So the Digi egg that appears in the beginning of this movie on their computer, was that like one of the first in the whole world? I guess Question
okay,
mark?
so I can actually answer this question. I think it's not until season 2 or 3 that they actually tell you about how the Digimon, because they're like basically like they don't really retcon it, but they technically like they don't really know, they just don't talk about it.
They don't explain it.
Okay.
And
what happens when you
what happened is that computer programmers just like us created the first Digimon by like just trying to create like life on a computer.
What?
Okay.
No, that's horrendous.
Yeah, exactly. And so they created these little like
They
8-bit
play
looking,
God.
like they actually look like from those Digimon devices that we had as kids.
Yeah.
Like Tamagotchi kind of.
Yeah. Tamagotchi little creatures on the computer, and they created the first Digimon.
Oh, okay.
And you actually and they're not that and also I guess also because technology grows at the same space, like the digital world also grows probably at the same rate, because when you meet the creator, he isn't old. Like he's in his like 30s, maybe 40s. And so it's like, and they didn't like create it when they were super young or anything like that. So the original Digimon were actually created by computer programmers who were trying to create life probably because they were bored of this life, and they were like, let's create a digital world, and they did.
Let's just create life. That's an easy project.
Does it ever explain how they? Because I don't remember. Does it ever explain how they get into the real world?
The Digimon?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So each season has a new way of getting in and out of the digital world. The first season, I don't remember. Honestly, I probably should have gone back and watched it. So from what I remember, it was like they were just all the original Digidestins were at camp, and then like earthquake happened or something, and they fell into this giant hole, and then they came out and they were in the digital world.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And so because like tectonic plates and like the northern lights and stuff like that.
And the digital world's under because the Earth is hollow.
Right.
Yeah. Side of it is digital.
And so I mean that really doesn't make any sense. But so also in the first season, it was called the digital world, but like they weren't hard set on the idea that it was about the internet and about technology.
Right.
As much as from what I remember.
Which I guess explains later in this movie why people are like, or like even the Digidestin are like kind of confused that the Digimon made it into the internet.
Right.
Because I remember there was one point where they're kind of like,
they're like, you can do that? You can go into the internet?
Something that's from the digital world is in the internet? That's
right,
impossible.
but then in season 2, which is actually weird that they were surprised. I guess they were just like ignorant to how season 2 worked, because season 2 they literally logged into a computer to go into the digital world.
Yeah, I remember them something about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it seemed like
they even changed clothes when they entered the digital world, because they like rationalized it by saying like, oh, I guess when I first went into the digital world, like I just thought of what I would want to wear, and then now they just always wear that when they're in the digital world.
Yeah.
Like
That's
the main dude has like flames on his jacket and everything.
That was the explanation in The Matrix when Neo had hair versus when he didn't have hair.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
was what they
right. It was
did,
your own self-image projected or whatever.
Yeah,
I remember that.
This show's ahead of its time, or I guess
behind its time
actually, now that I
slightly.
think about it, if it was the second season, probably.
So then, is this part that we're watching here, which is the beginning?
Right.
Is this?
By the way, so at the beginning of the movie, they show anyone who hasn't seen the movie is going to be lost, regardless,
yeah,
even if I talk about
You're just
it.
gonna have to go watch it first.
But right now we're watching the whole thing with Agumon and Kairi and gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
Tai.
Yeah. Where they're like the first Digimon and they're fighting that giant bird monster.
Yeah.
But you were saying?
So is this like this is a different origin story then about how Tai meets Agumon?
This is not the same Agumon, and in fact, Kairi says that.
Oh, it's not the same.
Yeah, in fact,
well,
she says it's not the same Kurumon, which is the baby, well, not baby, but whatever is between baby and rookie version of Agumon.
Okay, I guess that explains why this one, or why Agumon later has no memory of any of this happening, and then this one also seems to be way bigger.
Right. Kairi actually says that in her monologue of this whole scene, is that like she's like this is not the Koromon that we later became friends with or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
What happens to this one then? Does it just die?
Did you not
They
pay
can't
attention
die.
to the movie?
They can't die. They only
That's
get...
right, they don't die. That's
Their
right,
code
I
just
forgot
gets
about that.
recompiled.
Yeah, they just go back into eggs.
Just
Which
like
is
our-
the main
just like
computer.
our code.
Yeah.
It never dies.
Hey,
It never dies.
don't get me on my rant about how the human body is actually just technology sent from in the future into the past.
Do you really believe that?
Sure, why not?
Oh, okay. I mean, that's cool if you do.
I mean, like, I don't like believe it, but like
Oh.
that would be cool. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool to think about.
Why
Yeah.
not? Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
So I like this is the part where he almost murders a bus full of people.
Right. they're really playing with kids.
Also, the
Sense
part
of
where they
morality.
downplay the fact that he shoots
yeah.
fireballs at apartment complexes.
Oh, yeah,
Just
yeah.
blows a chunk out of the side of it. Yeah.
Thousands dead.
Just evil. Yeah. Japan's
Um,
used to bipedal lizards marching around
That's
destroying
not their
them, I
first.
guess.
So, like, to your question of how they originally got to the digital world, this is a good example of where we're seeing just this giant digital egg that pops out this little chicken
Yeah.
in comparison to the egg. And,
Also,
like,
like
how
the-
did that happen? Like, why did it even
Yeah, and
happen?
there's no explanation.
There isn't one.
Oh,
which
okay.
is fine,
Because
but
it's a
also
show
like
created to sell toys.
yeah.
Right. 'Cause
Now
it's
as an
like-
adult, I'm frustrated because I'm like, I need to know.
Give me the deepest
Like
lore.
I'm willing to believe. Just give me something.
Yeah.
But then, like, you also got to wonder, like, well, so, like, there is evil in the digital world, and that's the whole, like, main
Yeah.
plot of all the, like, you know, most animes of, like, there's an evildoer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, if I was to speculate, I would say that the reason that our friend Agumon here got sent into the digital world from that computer was to fight this thing, because they knew that this thing was going to come and harass the real world.
Yeah.
And so they sent their own Digimon, the good guys, being Agumon,
Okay.
to, well, the good guys being, I don't know, but they sent Agumon to fight him. If I was going to speculate, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
I'll buy that theory.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So does this show? Well, I know this movie has a couple of villains, because
Well,
I guess to explain it to
Technically one villain.
Well,
Do you call this parrot villain?
well, no, I was thinking about the
virus?
the virus, and which is the one that Willis creates, and I was thinking about when
Right.
it infects his other Digimon. So
Right.
that was the two villains I was counting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which
I mean,
guess-
that's fair. I just
It's-
always considered it like one villain because
It's-
it's the
yeah,
virus
it's-
that's making him the
it's
other
one
Digimon.
villain that
But
shows
who
up
cares?
twice.
Like,
Yeah.
you can have whatever you want.
that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Which, of course, I guess for people who've never seen this movie's almost like 3 episodes of a thing. One really short
Yeah.
beginning
and they're not-
one, and then 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the
And
great
they're
thing
not
about it-
super connected, other than the virus like infecting
Right, like the one-
Willis's other. I was going to say Pokemon, but,
Right.
Digimon later.
Like, Willis is the one character that you see in all parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Well,
just-
actually, you don't even. Do you see him
They
in this
they
part?
clip
They
clip to
reference
him.
him.
They clip to him.
Okay.
Yeah,
first.
they-
I
Like,
knew
he's
they-
not
they
he's not
talked
in this
about it.
town, but they talk about how he has 2 Digimon or whatever.
Yeah.
But I love this about all little kid animes is that they start playing like the fast paced, like they either play the theme or the fast paced music whenever you start to win, because
Yeah,
they do
that's
that
how you
here
know.
and it's amazing. But then he
Good
almost
job.
loses anyway, so
I mean, hell, they do that. They did that in, like, most recent seasons of Doctor Who too. They would just play like the swelling music, and he would find a solution with this combination of a sonic screwdriver and some dumbass, like, I don't know, problem.
I haven't seen Doctor
Smart
Who. Is it
thing.
worth getting into?
At this point, I don't think so.
Okay.
I liked it when I was a lot younger, but I think it's really fallen off the rails.
I don't like British things, which makes me feel like I don't like comedy, but I just don't like
You
really
don't
British
like
things.
comedy.
Yeah, it's true.
No, that's fair. I don't know. It's okay. It's pretty hokey sometimes.
Like I didn't really like the Geek Squad, or what's it called, the British version.
Oh,
of
IT crowd.
the
Yeah.
IT Crowd. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes, and I was like, this seems like mediocre comedy.
I like I think the IT crowd has glimmers.
Is it like
of
British Big
brilliance.
Bang Theory?
No, well, I don't know. I guess you could, if it's a comedy about kind of nerds, I guess you could kind of use that. But I think it's a little more clever. But it's still not. It does have a lot of parallels because it's got snooty, nerdy characters who are socially awkward, and then there's like the girl who's sent down to the basement, and she's like the Penny of the show, I guess. In a way, I'll probably get lynched for comparing Big Bang Theory and IT Crowd, but
I did it. Everyone. Spencer Cruz. Find me on Spencer Cruz at Twitter. Tell me about how I'm wrong.
yeah,
It'll be okay.
You didn't follow me back on Twitter. That hurt my feelings.
I don't ever get on Twitter.
God.
You saw my 14 followers.
Yeah, I didn't look at them. I didn't see they were.
Well, you didn't look at my 14 followers, so I didn't follow you.
Should've.
But like as you see here in the movie,
Should've
they both just disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
in Dragon Ball Z style of just vanishing, or Batman style of just vanishing.
Yeah, we don't. It doesn't actually ever explain what happened to them.
No, it doesn't. And then it just goes 4 years later in this weird like rainbow thing.
Yeah.
Which means we're still 4 years in the past.
Right, that confused the crap out of y'all, and like I had to like think about it and explain like where the story was and
all
everything
that
like that.
code.
Yeah, see, most of that code's commented out. It's the double slashes.
Most of that stuff looks like uncompiled like Java code.
Yeah, if you like open a open something.
Is that what that is?
Notepad. Oh, some of it looked like it. Yeah. Weird
Yeah,
characters and symbols.
Looks like machine language or something.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what would be cool? You know how we talked about how the original Digimon was created by a computer scientist, basically, a programmer, and then Willis created, the virus. I guess this might have been his attempt to make his own Digimon.
Yeah,
It was, wasn't it?
didn't they say something about
he says that later because he's like filled with deep
He
anime
references
protagonist
that it's his
regret.
fault, but he doesn't. I don't think he says he created the virus.
I want to say that he
I-
does.
He
You
said
think he does?
he definitely said he created the virus.
Okay, cool, then I'm
I
wrong.
think he said he was trying to create his own Digimon.
Yeah, he wanted to know.
He already had two. He's such a
He's selfish little shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just because he doesn't have any friends or siblings. Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to ask earlier about the show again, because that's why I brought up the two villains thing. So does the show have like a recurring villain, kind of like Pokemon has Team Rocket? I think,
Right.
Because I never watched Pokemon.
No.
It doesn't. It just like villain of the week kind of.
Right. They kind of shuffle villains around like based off whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
I might go back and watch a few episodes of the first season because I want to see if it lives up much like the first season of Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
Because I only watched the third season earlier when I watched those 2 episodes because I really liked the third season. I really liked the third season because I liked that they had cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, they basically just kind of switched off villains, and there was like, and I think like every villain, typical anime thing where it's like their first film was like they defeated him, and they were like, yeah, we got him, and it turns out he was just a puppet of like the main baddie.
Yeah.
And like they actually reference the main baddies of the first season in this movie, where the insect Digimon that's TK's. He says the Dark Masters are nothing compared to these guys. The Dark Masters were the main baddies of the first season.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What were they masters of?
Darkness.
Cool. I'm into it.
One was a puppet, and it was really interesting, like how they fought him because he could control all of them because he was a puppet.
Oh.
And it was I don't remember what happened, but it was very interesting.
So I like.
And then like the last guy, TK, the little kid with Patamon. That's the first time we actually got to see that Digimon's Ultra evolution. That's the first and probably only time we actually get to see it in that season. He defeats him by opening up a dimension to like another world, and it kind of just sucks him in and kills him.
to the Phantom Zone.
Right?
Yep.
Or no, it was something like that. Or like what happened was he did that and almost killed him, but then like something happened and he didn't get sucked in, and Patamon ended up devolving.
Yeah. This is it.
Digimon with the virus.
Yeah. He
Just
says
wipe
there's a
out
new-
all
he says
technology as we know it.
There's a new Digi egg, and then they're like trying to figure out what it is.
Right.
Yeah. This is where it talks.
Oh, and then they
about
made the classic joke of like, it looks like a jellyfish crossed with a contact lens.
Yeah, I like.
Such good humor.
Ty, you
Fantastic.
clever man. Should get into comedy writing. I like that they used an actual like the real Windows OS for this. I'm really stunned.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if they actually licensed it,
Yeah.
or like if they're just like hoping Microsoft doesn't
They'll
notice.
never watch this show. And then the weird Pac-Man reference when he's eating computer bits.
Right.
Yep, that's how deleting data works.
Dude, I'm telling you, they literally were like, how many people can we get involved to give us money for this movie? Because there's no way we're making anything off of it.
Oh, there's some amazing
Product placement,
in
yeah.
this.
Well, yeah, that's really. Yeah, I love that the product placement doesn't start till the
third installment.
Yeah,
So
the Mazda and the Northwest Airlines.
let me ask you
Surprised
guys.
the Pizza Man wasn't like Domino's.
Yeah. Or those like the beef jerky shakes that the mom makes. There's not like a specific brand beef jerky shakes.
She's
Like-
I just-
mugs to the
I just
camera
thought
and does
about
the Slim
something
Jim thing.
They don't start all the product placement, I don't think, until they go to the U.S.
That's right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I wonder if that was supposed
Oh, yeah.
if like that was just like, cheap product placement, or if that was some like commentary
like
on the
wink, wink,
commercialism
like yeah.
of the U.S. I don't know if the writers got that deep with it. But
Well, I
see
know.
it being a
Well, I know
little
that
bit of
Willis.
both.
We just said that he was selfish and because he wanted another Digimon, and he's from Colorado.
yeah.
So there you go.
Yep. Oh, there's even the old Windows.
Yeah, they like flash the
system
Windows logo
God.
and stuff.
All the icons are actual Windows
It's
icons.
like
That's
EXEs,
amazing.
defrag, and stuff like that. It's ridiculous.
So, how do you guys feel about the animation of this movie?
I liked it. It was
was
definitely different than the show.
Yeah, I think it's great. I really like it. I think it really holds up. It doesn't look like complete crap. It has a specific style to it.
I liked it okay. I thought the fight scenes were pretty cool. With the exception, I don't really like the internet fight scene in this act because the background is just lame. They weren't very imaginative.
Yeah, there's
the
like
internet.
horses. Like there's little like
it's
pictures
like
of
little
carousel
style
horses.
patterns or
Yeah.
They look like
patterns
yeah,
or
it's like
something.
wallpaper.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like
Well, they make a
Ferris
joke about that. They're like, "This is what the internet looks like. They need new wallpaper."
wheel. Yeah.
Oh
So
God.
So this I tell you that like y'all like this is bad. Like this movie is in on itself. It knows it's bad, and it's just like it's
that
a great
doesn't make
movie.
it better. Doesn't make it better. Self-awareness doesn't make it better.
And the fact that they got the little Digimon like walking like they can't walk. They, like as at the time they didn't have. I'm sure. I'm not gonna look it up, but I think the time this movie came out, they probably didn't have, or they had just came out with like 3D games, and so they could only move. They couldn't move in like a diagonal. They could only move like one way or another.
This movie came out in the year 2000. I mean, Ocarina of Time.
This movie is the best movie ever. I don't give a shit.
There's no way.
Yeah. Well, Doom came out in like the 80s.
Right,
It was,
yeah.
So they didn't have 3D yet. They didn't have 3D. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it could be for let's see. I don't know what present day is supposed to be in this. Is that
They
supposed
don't
to
say.
be? Yeah.
Well, this is 4 years ago, so this is 1996.
I would assume 96, maybe. Yeah.
So they have a crappy home
Well, that would
computer.
explain why it's like Windows 95
Yeah, that's why
instead of that sweet Windows ME.
Woo! Rolling in the millennium, man. It was Y2K compatible.
Yeah.
So I don't get the subplot. I guess these are characters I would have met in the
Yes.
show, like
Yeah.
the grandmother.
So like the
and
grandmother
his-
you would not have met.
No, she was
Oh.
just
Only the kids, like
and the
Joe
mom.
that we just saw. He has a really like undervalued Digimon, and you don't actually you don't even see him.
Destin, you mean?
No, Digimon. He has
Oh.
a really he's an
He
undervalued
has a-
Digidestin, but he has an undervalued Digimon. Like the two kids,
Oh.
TK and Matt. They're Digidestins, and those are characters that you would have known.
Okay. What about his like the girl he's crushing on? Or
Yes,
whatever?
Yeah.
Sarah.
Sarah.
She has that. She has the pink bird that you would have just seen in their little 8-bit thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Now, who was the wizened Asian man on the computer screen a second ago?
I'm sorry.
Was there not like a...
The guy that was talking to him in the little 8-bit sequence.
Oh, that's Jedi
I'm sorry.
or
say that
something
one more
like
time
that.
again?
I think that's his name.
Can't be Jedi.
I think it is, but it's not spelled like Jedi. It's spelled with a G.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Can we rewind it so nerds don't get mad at me? I'm pretty sure his name's Jedi. And
So I don't crash this.
no, don't do it. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I'll just look it up.
They
on
literally
IMDb.
say it when he's arrived. They go, "Oh, hey, Jedi," or whatever his name is, or whatever your name is, old man.
I don't remember him from the show. Was he?
Hey,
a
Obi-Wan.
character?
Obi-Wan.
He is.
Kenobi?
Kenobi?
He's a character, but he's a character that is. I don't really know his story that well, but he has something. I think he has. But he's a main plot
Jedi,
point.
or Jedi. I guess it would be Jedi.
Okay.
Or it would be Jedi. Anyway.
That's with the G, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's with a G, not a J. I think he has to do with why they're there in the digital world, and he has something to do with, like, and he knows a lot about the digital world and how it all works.
An old person that knows a lot about the digital world. That's preposterous.
Hey, an old lady once taught me how to save a video on Facebook. So
This movie has a 20 on the Metacritic. That's funny.
yeah, haters gonna hate. Oh, and then this scene with the movie with the phone, where she's like, "I'm so sorry. Oh, you want to talk to Sarah? Okay, cool. Sarah, your friend's trying to tell him I'm not home."
Oh, I like
She
that.
goes,
That was,
oh, you have the wrong number.
Sorry, you have the wrong number.
I love that. That's
that was
legit.
good.
That's legit funny. I do like the recurring joke of Ty's mom.
Oh yeah,
making the
there are
worst
some
food
class.
ever.
There's some good jokes in here where
well.
TK's like, classic jokes. They're great jokes of TK sifting the flour, and he's like, "Do I have enough of this stuff?" And she says, "I don't know. I never baked a cake with flour."
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one. Before.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, I like this cat that they sneak up on watching Meow.com and freaking out.
Yeah,
that was
a great
That
part.
is a highlight of the movie for me. This cat and Meow.com is a real website, but probably not what they expected it
What
to
they,
be.
what they were
It's
going
just
for.
like a cat lady merchandise, basically. Like that they're getting all the passwords and stuff. Yeah, see, I don't know, like these Ferris wheels and carousel stuff.
So what would you have preferred that it was? Like a bunch of numbers and stuff?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's just the Matrix code
Sure.
in the background.
Just rip it off. I don't know. It's just so abstract and goofy. Like, I mean, the internet is a pretty abstract concept, but they could have made it a big truck. I don't know. They I don't know. I'm not paid. That's not my job to figure this out. That's their job.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, and like I don't know what would have been better, but I feel like something would have been.
Yeah, it's abstract in a bland way.
And I want to say this is also how, in the second season, they at some point towards the end of the season they have to, or second series, I guess not really second season, but whichever, they have to team up with Digidestins all around the world, and I think this is how they. Digidestins all around the world become Digidestins, because the whole plot of becoming a Digidestin, which is, for those who don't know, a Digidestin is a person who, like, becomes a trainer of Digimon, more or less. And the whole rule is that you become a Digidestin if you've seen a Digimon in the real world.
So becoming a Digidestin is like a curse, is basically what you're
Kinda,
telling me.
yeah. I mean, in a sense, it kind of is, because like you have this monster and like you have to take care of it. It's like a baby, and
Like a curse.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll put a laugh track in there. It'll be fine.
That's good.
And but then you also have to save the world and all this other stuff, and
Yeah.
so in a way, it kind of is a curse. Otherwise, you could just be ignorant and you're just like, oh, the weather is causing some weird things to happen, or God, electronics are being weird.
Yeah. So I'm gonna complain about the background again,
Yeah,
because
go ahead.
it's not busy enough.
And they literally have like Ferris wheels.
There's Ferris wheels, and then there's like a whole there's horses, part of it
Yeah.
that forms like a dumb looking carousel.
Mhm.
It's just bad clip art, sort of spinning
Right.
on a flat white background, and it's not even covering the whole white. There's tons of splotches of just whiteness,
Mm-hmm.
and it's.
It was ahead of its time. Whitespace is the cool thing in
I
websites
guess
now.
so, yeah, you're right. Web 2.0, buddy. Well, there's not enough comment sections in here, which would just be represented by just tumors all over the screen.
So this is something that never happened in the show, is that when the virus Digimon actually attacks our main character Digimon while they're evolving, or while they're digivolving,
Yeah.
that never happens in the show ever. And it
Oh.
happened in this movie.
So unprecedented.
Yeah.
Does it
Which
happen
is
later?
something that is probably a common complaint amongst people watching it. They're like, why are they... Well, we assume it's instant, but apparently it's not.
Yeah.
At least in this movie, they made it not instant, and that he could actually attack them while they're evolving.
Huh.
Or digivolving. I can't really say evolving because it's technically Pokemon, but whatever.
Oh, I missed... So somewhere along the way, and I missed it again, why are they suddenly getting a bunch of emails from everyone?
Okay, so this whole thing, like as you saw earlier when they were ultra evolving, and also when they were evolving into the champion version, like everyone around the world is watching this happen.
Right, but how did they get their email address?
Because nothing's safe.
Okay. But they got doxxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they...
Because the NSA, bro.
And everybody's... Okay, all right. And they're emailing them words of encouragement.
Right, they're like, get the evil Digimon, blah, blah, blah.
Go get them.
Or they're being complete trolls like we see later in the thing.
Yeah.
They're like, your Digimon, like, I just figured out what Digimon are, but also, you're suck.
You're
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
You're bad.
All around the world, eggs are just popping out of computer screens being like, you have this responsibility now. And they're like, crap.
God.
Did not ask for this.
My car broke down this week.
It's not a good week for me.
Crippling debt, and now I'm a Digidestin.
I don't have time for
And
that.
I love
gotta go to work.
I love this
afford
scene
this.
where everyone's answering all the phones. I love that.
That's kind of a neat idea that he's calling all the numbers in the world.
Yeah. And they do that. They kind of like show like pictures of like normal society people just like hello, like
Oh,
on the
did you
phone.
see his long distance bill will be enormous.
Oh.
God,
Such good jokes.
Such good
Ty
jokes.
just doesn't care.
It's amazing.
Takes nothing seriously.
And they time everything up to like her, like to the mom finishing the cake, and also the timer to the end of the world, like, or the missile being crashed into the river.
Oh yeah, the nuclear ICBM, as Wikipedia described it. I love that they bothered writing it like that. International, oh man, ballistic missiles. I want to ask another thing since you're the lore master.
I love how this is like the one thing that I know a lot about.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive. Wish I knew a lot about stuff.
You got something out there.
This wasn't something. I know a lot about pro wrestling.
There you go.
But nobody cares. This is
Dude, people don't care about my Digimon knowledge.
True. Okay, yeah, So this like system to leave voicemails is confusingly implemented, and I know it's a children's movie.
Right.
Yeah, you're overthinking this.
Well, like, because in the real world, they would not have come up with something to solve for this at all.
That's
No,
true.
in the real world, phones would just be out.
Yeah, they'd be like, well, sorry about it.
national
Oh, and yes, we're
crisis,
still charging you for your phone bill.
This
Right.
is true, yeah. But so the way it works, I'll explain it to the listeners, is the Japanese government set up a way. If you call 171 and then you press 1 to retrieve a message or press 2 to leave a message, but there seems to be no system to send your message to somebody. And now, of course, maybe they glossed over it in the movie.
Sure.
And once you press 2 to leave a message, then you dial the number that you were originally calling.
Right,
Maybe
or you
that's
can
like
dial
the
your
idea.
number to retrieve a message.
Maybe, but
Yeah.
they didn't elaborate that. So it just sounds like you just magically press 1 and hear all the messages that were teleported to you through.
Do we need to try to contact the writers and see if they can
That's actually
give you an answer?
Oh, and this joke
that up.
about Mimi being in Hawaii is a classic Mimi.
That's
That's true because she's the like very privileged like
Yes,
rich girl.
she's the privileged girl from America who
Yeah.
I think actually says I want to say Texas. I don't really know.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And she's constantly being like, "Why do I have to walk so much?" Or
Yeah,
like,
she's the
"Can I get out of the
complainer.
sun?"
Yeah, she's the very complainy, annoying
Privileged
rich
girl, yeah.
Oh, they just entered an IP address.
And so of course she's in
look
Hawaii
it up.
when the
Dang
world
it.
is ending.
right on vacation
To the point where they're like, at one point, because like one of the plot of this part of the movie is that like at one point, the evil Digimon is sending out nuclear missiles across the world. No, that's not it. The American government is sending off nuclear
Well,
missiles.
no,
Oh, I
he
thought
hacks the Pentagon.
he hacks into it. And
Oh, does
sends
he?
it
Yeah.
himself.
Okay,
they
so-
say it in yeah.
Okay, so the evil Digimon is, I don't remember, I was a kid when I watched this. And the evil Digimon is sending nukes across the world,
I mean, this is the
hoping
year
to
2000.
hit.
Preemptive strike was a term that comes up very soon in American history.
Yeah.
About 2003, I think.
And, God, I don't remember what I was going to say.
Sorry. I wanted to make a George Bush joke because they're very relevant to 2017.
Oh, I was going to say that, like, they were talking about how the nukes were being fired, and then they mentioned how, they're going to redirect most of them to land harmlessly near Hawaii. And then you see me watching one of the missiles be, like, land in the water, and she's
Yeah.
going, look, fireworks!
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
classic Mimi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so funny. I love that they just launch the missiles and make them land in the water like that would
Like that's fine.
prevent them from still causing
Well,
a
it's great.
catastrophe.
It's great at the end of this like little segment where there's just one giant like nuke sitting in the ocean.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
it
Everyone's
just
just staring at it.
lands in the middle of presumably Tokyo in some lake. Like, this is fine. It just crash lands there. Yeah, what a movie.
Oh, there's also that great scene that's coming up where what's the other one's name? Not Ty, but
TK?
TK has his like emergency bathroom moment.
Right.
Oh yeah, he's got the poops from eating too much of his.
For his mom's
Great joke.
garbage.
Great
cooking.
joke.
Yeah.
Because, like, everyone's losing, and he's like, oh no,
Oh,
what's
I've
going on?
gotta go.
And they're like, what's wrong with you? He's like, I have to go take a massive dump.
There's 3. Oh, so there's an Andy Griffith reference where they call the barber Floyd. I appreciated that.
Oh, yeah?
At least it's got to be. I mean, where
Sure.
where
Yeah.
else do people do hair named Floyd? The dude looks super Japanese. He's not named Floyd.
So, the joke about the old people not being able to set their timer on their VCR, that's the one joke where I'm like, shame on you. Like, that's a bad joke from the time period that this movie came out, but still.
That's an old joke. That's jokes
Yeah, it's a
as
very
old
old
as
one.
VCRs.
Yeah.
Old as time itself.
Also, 'cause
Yeah, it's jokes older than VCRs.
Because these other jokes are, like, original. That joke is like...
There's a lot of
Yeah,
there's a
there's
lot
a
of poop jokes
big
in this
trope.
movie. Actually, I was going to talk about because the Koromon takes a shit twice in the
That's
first
true.
segment, and then
Yeah.
TK over here has to blast off later.
That's true.
Surprised they didn't
2
do
times is a lot.
3 times. Scormon poops twice, and then TK.
Yeah, and
goes
those
to poop.
those subtitles are not accurate. He is not farting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was funny. Forgot about that. Yeah, see, this internet's a little more interesting here because there's like
Yeah.
floating windows and their webcam photos. Yeah, I like these evolution sequences are super cool and super anime.
Yeah, do you like them?
I think they look neat. I think they're really cool. I
Yeah,
think
they were one of my favorite parts of the original series.
I always thought the design of Digimon looked pretty ridiculous. Like they start out cutesy and very much exactly like Pokemon in their baby form, not their baby form, whatever
Their rookie form.
rookie form.
Yeah.
So much complicated vocabulary.
There is.
But
Yeah.
they just get so many weird like appendages and armor and shoulder pads when they evolve. It looks goofy to me personally. I don't know. I know I'm a bad
Why
person.
are you destroying everything
I'm
we
a bad
love?
person. I don't know.
I do like how they changed the name when they digivolve.
Yeah.
But then after a while, they just kind of get bored with it and just tack more words
yeah.
onto the name.
Yeah, they
Digimon
really
is
didn't-
a German language, a German word.
Well, so here's a fun thing. The two main characters, Digimon, being Agumon, and the other one's name is Garudamon?
I think so. It was
That one I always had trouble remembering.
Greymon.
Yeah, so
Greymon's
the ultra
form.
form of Agumon is Metal Greymon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the ultra form of Garurumon is War Garurumon. And they switch for their mega forms.
Yeah.
It's
because he-
Metal Garurumon and War Greymon.
Oh.
Yeah. Some of the.
Oh, here's the poops.
Yep, he's pooping.
Oh, there's like a little bicycle.
Stationary.
Rolling
Stationary
machine, yeah.
bike. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Some of the naming, they just they phoned it in a little bit.
Yeah. Or like later in the movie, there's like an armor so and so mon or whatever.
Yeah, in the second season they started doing like, instead of just regular Digivolving, they're doing Armor Digivolve. I don't know.
Yeah, where they had
Digimon's not great,
different
guys.
emotions
This movie is
attached.
fantastic, though.
attached to it. That's like anything else from our childhood. It's kind of terrible, but also incredible
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we grew up loving it.
It's incredible, terrible.
God, I meant to read more of that boot up screen again. The 16 megabytes of memory gets me every time. That.
Who would ever need more than that?
Yes.
Do you guys love the high school drama of Ty's like problem with Sarah?
Oh my god, it's
Vic-
the most middle school thing ever.
Yeah, because Ty gave Sarah a hairpin, and she's like,
You don't
"What?
like
You
my
don't like
hair?"
my hair?" And he's like, "How can I tell? You're always wearing a hat." She's like, "Oh, so now you don't like my hat?" And she gets like really upset.
Yeah, she's really mean. That's what I get from that. Is she in the show too?
You only see clips of her.
Okay.
You like
So
we
they never-
saw her walking, we saw her fixing her hair, we saw
No,
her
she's
when
in
she
the
was like,
show.
Not the movie. I meant the show.
oh, she's one of the main Digidestin in the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did they ever hook up?
No.
Oh, okay.
In fact, their relationship isn't as in your face in the show as it is in the movie.
Yeah.
Because in the show, it's almost never hits on. It's because it's like, ooh, who's she gonna end up with? Is she gonna end up with Ty or is she gonna end up with Matt? No. Well,
Yeah.
Matt always loves his little brother, so no.
So-
And yeah. And then I guess Ty is going to end up with Sarah. I think maybe in second season they mentioned that they're dating because they're now adults or they're in high school or something.
Oh yeah. So quite the
And it-
saga. So okay. Aside from the
And don't
old
remember,
man-
we can always edit things out. We don't have to like
Yeah, I
always
know.
talk.
Yeah.
I chipped a tooth on Monday.
Fuck yeah, man.
I did it biting my fingernails.
A friend of mine lost a tooth in a gusher once.
I lost a tooth on
Huh.
some Chinese food once, but it wasn't like hard. It was literally like rice. I mean, my teeth are made of glass. This is actually the second time in my life I've chipped a tooth biting my fingernails. So
You should probably stop doing
Gross,
it.
I'm doing it, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
either
I'm
that or
really-
sell your fingernails. Those
I'm
things are hard.
working
Yeah.
on it. I think
Scientists
diamonds?
need to
it's
study
too much gelatin, not enough calcium.
Are you Lady Gaga? Are you Lady Gaga? Do you just like grow diamonds on your
I
fingernails?
do. They just tearing through my
Wait,
mouth.
Or is
so
that
did you lose
Catwoman?
an adult tooth?
I
Or
didn't.
was it a baby tooth?
When I
Let's not
Chipped
judge
on the other
teeth
time?
Didn't you say you lost a tooth in...
and some
Chinese
Asian
food?
food, Chinese food.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't lose it. I chipped it too. I chipped
Oh, okay.
I thought you
Yeah.
said you lost a tooth.
Oh,
So
I
let me
realized
see.
that. I just realized that I said that. Yeah.
Let me see this chipped tooth of yours.
You can't really see this front tooth here.
Yeah.
It's the back of it.
Oh, okay.
So
David won't let anyone see his teeth.
It's true.
really, okay. That's like I tried to look too.
He says it like I'm lying, but that's the truth that he
Yeah.
actually did.
Well, I thought it might be a bit or something. Yeah,
It is. It's a me and Spencer bit.
it's a good one.
Where
It's
I
the truth. You won't tell anyone your teeth.
I'm self-conscious about my teeth, and I made the mistake of saying it one day.
Mhm.
And so now Spencer's goal in life is to see them.
To look at your teeth. He's gonna like drug you and just open your mouth and look.
It's
at
kind of
it.
working slowly and slowly. You've been showing more of your teeth when you smile, or I've been noticing it more, one of the two. And so I'm like, it's working.
that one.
One day he'll full on smile, and the world will just orgasm.
Teeth are so weird. Why don't they grow back? I don't know.
Teeth?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't grow back. To be honest, because
Yeah.
like, what are teeth, like calcium or something?
Shit if I know.
Yes, they are calcium.
They're probably plaster.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they don't grow
Regrow
back.
bone.
Yeah,
Seems
exactly.
like it-
Because your
Work.
bone grows back, and
Is
your
there
skin grow back.
bones that poke out of your face.
Why haven't we done the genetic research to combine our DNA with sharks?
There we
so
go.
We can finally get that like conveyor belt of teeth.
Oh man, that's the dream.
Yeah, but
Finally-
making out would be weird.
Oh, conveyor belt
It's
of teeth
true.
reminds me. I saw.
Remind you of something?
It does a little bit. I saw it this weekend.
Oh God,
I'm not gonna spoil it for
Never
anyone.
gonna see that.
I will, but only on like a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah,
Not
only
when,
if
it's when it's sunny outside, not when it's cloudy.
Yeah.
Only if I'm hugging my nana.
I just spit everywhere when I
You
laugh.
need to hire somebody to be your nana.
So
I have a nana. She's very nice, and she's divorced.
Well, yeah, but she may not.
I feel like I
She
have
may
to
not
mention
see
that
it.
because she's very proud of that.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, no, really what that movie made me realize, so, because I don't know if previously I talked about wanting to try the Movie Pass thing, where you do, $10 a month. I feel like this is
Oh,
an
right.
ad
Yeah,
every
this is
time I talk
literally
about
you
this.
always mention this, and you have not done
I
it
still
yet.
haven't done it yet, and I'm not going to now. Because
This podcast is sponsored by Movie Pass.
yeah, moviepass.com/placeholder.
for no
Will
percent off.
404 if
We'll
you
just-
try that.
Maybe we could just keep talking, do all episodes about anime and anime-related things, and we'll eventually get sponsored by Crunchyroll
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
or Verve, their new thing. Oh, wait, check out Verve.
.com/placeholder.
Yeah, brought to you by
But
Crunchyroll.
it was so I saw it at 9:50 on a Sunday, and it was
God,
packed.
you sadist.
Yeah, it was.
You walked out into an empty theater
There were
or an empty lobby.
Yeah, well, it was a shitload of people actually because there was they had to actually add a showing. There was a 10:30 showing for that movie too. That movie
Oh, wow.
made I think it's the highest grossing R-rated movie.
Well, that makes sense. That movie was really popular when it first came out, right?
Yeah, the '90s one I guess people really liked, even though it sucks. But
Oh, does
Yeah,
does
it was
suck?
like a big cult.
it was a
classic,
TV
I
movie
guess.
too.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
was it
It's
such
like a
a-
3-hour TV movie.
Yeah.
Well, it
Like
looked
2
good
parts
because
and stuff.
I think it's like a good time for it to come out because you got Stranger Things that just came out, which is not necessarily a scary thing, but it's kind of got that same.
Well, it's very.
but
To me, it looks similar. It looks similar to me because it's got the
it's
same
very,
kind of
Stephen King
Mhm.
inspired.
Well, apparently the Duffer Brothers, who created Stranger Things, wanted to direct the It movie because it's been in development forever, and they were
Yeah.
like, "No, you don't get to."
Isn't one of the
then
kids?
they created Stranger Things, so it worked
Yeah.
out.
Isn't one of the kids from Stranger Things in that movie?
Yeah, I think his name's like Finn Wolfhard or something like that, which
What?
is super cool.
That sounds like a porn
Like-
name.
yeah, it does.
So
Is that the actor's name?
that's his real name, I believe.
Like he only does porn scenes like underwater
I'm
kind
gonna
of
get
thing.
fact checked for that. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll put a pin in the bitching about movie theaters to say that kid must be having the coolest life because
Yeah.
he's literally like he's a kid in 2017, but he's living in the 80s basically. Like he's
Yeah,
literally a
everything
kid in
is-
the 80s because he's in It and it's set in '89.
Oh, so they did keep the same setting. They didn't.
Yeah,
They didn't
and
try to
then
update
he's
it?
in Stranger Things,
Good.
which is in the 80s. Well, actually, they
Yeah.
did technically update it. So in the original movie and book.
Well, it starts in like
The 60s when they're kids, and then it's the 80s when
jumps
they're
up to 80 when
adults.
so they have the adult part.
The adult part is going to be a sequel, and that'll be probably
okay,
set.
cool.
I guess if they're going to keep to they'll do the 27-year cycle, so that means it'll be last year is when
Yeah.
it'll be set, 2016.
Oh, well, that's good. Okay, I'm glad they did that rather than try to
Try to
cram
make-
it all into one movie.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool. The kids were amazing. Honestly, I thought the movie was good. It was jump scare heavy, but the kid actors were unbelievable. Especially what's his name, Finn or whatever. I'm gonna double check that that's his name.
Okay, I don't want to hijack this conversation and talk more about the movie, but I do have something to say.
Yeah, it's Finn Wolfhard.
Jesus.
I gotta
what a
so,
name.
let me tell you
Oh,
another
that-
reason.
It's the nerdiest kid from
He's so
Stranger
good.
Things. Too.
Let me tell you another reason why this movie is the best movie.
Okay, I'm ready.
Because of
Is
all
because They
just
have
feed
like
him with
4
email.
or 5 different animation styles in this one movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I like this here where they sort of shade it differently. This was kind of cool.
Yeah, and so how do y'all feel about the scene where that's what we're watching right now is the end scene of the movie where we see Omnimon.
Well, in scene of the second part of the movie.
You don't see Omnimon in the second part of the movie.
Well, you said that you said we're watching the end scene of the movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're watching the end scene of the first part, where you see Omnimon.
Yeah.
And so, how did y'all feel about this whole thing where they're kind of like our 2 main characters kind of like go into the internet by caring so much?
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh yeah,
I wish they'd have. I don't know. I guess it's a kids movie, so it's whatever. But I kind of wish they'd have explained it differently.
Okay.
Then you just have to care enough.
yeah. If I care,
That's every kid's movie, though. It's like you just gotta believe in your
that's why-
friends enough. You just gotta, believe in yourself. Whatever.
Oh yeah, as a kid, it's like, great, cool.
They start playing a
totally fine
song
with
that's. They start playing a song that's "Let's Kick It Up."
Yeah. There's a lot of ska in this movie. It's really
it's
weird. Like
Mighty
Mighty
Boss
Boss Tones and Less Than Jake. Yeah, and there's a couple other. And I can't believe they play fucking the Smash Mouth song, All Star.
Was there any movie in the 2000s that didn't?
I think
That's
have
true.
that
That's a
song?
popular song.
Every movie.
Shrek. That's one.
Yeah.
That's a movie. For
Mystery
sure.
Man.
Was that in that? I never saw that.
Yeah,
one.
the music video for that song is
It
like
was.
it's based
That's
on
right.
Mystery Man.
That's right. It totally was.
Now look at this weird animation where it looks like he's almost drawn in paint.
Yeah.
I sort of like that.
Yeah?
I like that representation of the internet more. Oh,
And then look, and then they changed it. Now this is a whole
Yes.
new animation style again.
Yeah, so if you notice, they have no outlines.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
like
that looks really
I thought that
cool.
was cool. Yeah.
yeah, which is like their thing because they're real kids in the internet or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
But then, okay, so what you're actually seeing here now, where you see Omnimon, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's the actual animation style that they have in the show.
Oh, okay. I wanted to talk about how they create. Omnimon's the good guy, right? This one. that they made?
Omnimon, yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I want to talk about that.
Or at least pretty close to the animation they have in the show.
Where he comes to fruition. He hulks up basically because of all the belief of all the emails or whatever around the world, which is such an anime trope. And I
Right.
complained.
I'm just gonna put my arm on your leg. 'Cause I've just been doing this the whole time.
That's fine. I can scoot or whatever.
No, it's fine.
But I was gonna bring that up because I talked about Doctor Who earlier, and that's literally how they resolve a plot of one season. Is that everybody in the world believes in the Doctor and like restores him to his healthy form again. And it's completely preposterous.
Oh, weird.
It's like, wow, this is only the 3rd season, and we're already gonna do this. And spoilers for the 3rd season of Doctor Who that came out in like 2007.
But how sick is that sword on Omnimon?
Oh, I love that he just stabs him through the skull. That's pretty
Yeah, that
neat.
was pretty great.
Yeah, I did not. As a kid, I didn't think that was that dark. But now that I'm looking as an adult, and y'all were like, "Whoa!" Like,
Yeah, it's not a big deal, but like for a kids movie, I was surprised.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
like, oh shit.
I kind of expected just like the point of the sword to hit him and he just explodes.
Yeah,
But there was
or
penetration.
them to not show it or something.
Yeah. So there was penetration. I just want to say it again.
there is Digimon. God, there's so much penetration in the Digimon movie.
Digitration, I think you call it.
Digitration. No, that's how they evolve in the second season. Digitration.
Digitration.
So much.
And then you get to see these people like do a weird like head bob to
Yeah.
the missile falling over.
Yeah, that's so weird. And the missile doesn't kill everyone.
Yeah, like it's like okay, but it's still landed and it's still a nuclear
It's still
bomb.
a live nuke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was gonna bitch about movie theaters again. Yeah. So after the previews ended or whatever, and the lights started to dim, someone 2 rows back from me said like, "Yay, clowns!" And thankfully, no one laughed because that would have encouraged that shitty dude.
Right.
But there was one dude who kept repeating like funny lines in the movie and then laughing after them. He would somebody would say, like one of the kids would say "dick" or something or "suck my dick" or whatever. He was like, "Oh, suck my dick." It's like we literally heard it, dude.
During the movie.
Loud
Oh my
enough.
God.
He was like 3 rows behind me. I could
It's
hear
like
it.
in case you didn't catch it.
Yeah,
No.
or he would be like, "Oh no, these kids gonna die" and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that I could get even more pretentious, but that gives me more reason to be even more pretentious from other people. I'm like, fuck those people. They're stupid.
It makes me.
Now I won't go see it because I'm better than it.
Yeah, wait till it's on home video. I wonder what it's like to have that lack of self-awareness to do that. But
good for them. I'm almost
or
jealous.
That just desperate need for attention that.
That's
they
probably
have
true.
To say it.
That's
more
it
likely.
Too. Yeah. It's probably a little bit of both.
Everyone has to know I'm in this movie theater.
Yeah. But so that reminded me of
Snapchatting
why I'm not going to get Movie Pass, because the movie theater sucks. And
Yeah.
When we went to go,
only go for stuff I really want to see.
Yeah, same here. We went to go see that animated movie. That was a great crowd, and it was a great movie.
Oh yeah, that was great. Everybody was having a good time, and
they made we made anime jokes, and
but it was like once the movie started, everybody shut up, and watched it.
Yeah, because we're all busy reading subtitles. We don't have time to talk to people.
Time for jokes.
Like there was one part in the movie where our main character who. And I'm not going to even explain this shit.
Yeah,
it's a mage with a skull for a head that is like talks to our other main character who's a little girl who's like
sold into slavery.
Sold into slavery. Who's like, and the skull mage character is like, "Hey, will you be my wife?" And like there's a pause because awkward in the movie. It's like the movie's awkward because he just proposed to her. Someone in the crowd goes, "Get it!" And it's hilarious. Yeah. It's so funny. Nice. Like everyone in the theater was cracking up.
It was also great because that was like the only shout out during the movie.
Yeah.
Like, people weren't doing it constantly.
Right.
It was just during that one point.
Like there was one person who was just a hero.
Yeah.
A comedic hero.
What I hate is when the people like to do that during actual plot points of the movie. Like to have their own conversations where I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on so I understand the rest of the movie I paid for.
Okay, so this is the part of the movie. Now we're on to the second part of the movie.
Third part.
Oh yeah, third part of the movie. I'm sorry. I forgot about that first part.
This first part sucks.
Where we get to see Terriermon, and I'm instantly reminded why Terriermon is my favorite Digimon.
Oh my goodness.
Because he's the cutest thing ever, and his attack is called Buddy Blast, and it's so adorable, and he's adorable.
With those gigantic ears.
Yeah, I know. I just want to fall asleep with him. They're so cute.
Why is he called Terriermon? That makes me think he would be a dog, but then he's a rabbit.
I don't know.
I just wanted to ask.
Yeah. I don't really have an answer for you.
Literal angel mons.
And then you want to talk
look like angels.
Angel mon and angel woman.
Yeah, that was.
Well, you want to talk about Terriermon's evolution?
Sure. Oh, the one where he grows a dick.
Pants.
Yeah. He digivolves and he has jeans on.
Yeah.
And instead of two hands, they're two giant like guns.
Yeah, they're like mini guns. He's doing the double Barrett from Final Fantasy VII.
Exactly. And we all joked, like, why does he have pants? Like, no other Digimon has pants. And we just, like, assumed that when he digivolves, he grows a dick.
Yeah, it's just a big old dinger.
There's definitely, like, Rule 34 out there for that, probably.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah. He's, like, shooting his guns in the air and everything.
I'm never going to research that.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's something we're never going to look for.
That's not happening.
I'm looking for it right after y'all leave.
Well, I'm going to start looking for it right now.
You're gonna be like, you're gonna get a wreck on the way home.
That's what they're gonna find on your phone.
Yeah, it's like crash into a phone pole. This dude was looking at Digimon porn.
And this is something that we didn't talk about this, but here you're seeing Digimon in the real world, which is something that didn't happen in the first series, first season/series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the Digimon never came to the real world.
But the humans always went to the digital world.
Yes.
They were always able to go to the digital world some way or another.
Right. And so, like, this is something I forgot to mention earlier, which all the different ways, another lore segment for everyone. The first season, there was an earthquake, and they were at the park, or they were at summer camp, and there was an earthquake, and they fell through a hole or whatever.
Right.
Second season, they got through. I talked about these two. The second season, they kind of access the digital world through a computer that had internet connection, and in the third season, I don't remember.
Did you say something about trains?
That was fourth season. Fourth season there was trains.
Okay, that's idiotic.
Okay. Third season it was a lot like the first season where they accidentally like kind of joined it, but then also while you were in the digital world, you could see, like, above you, this spherical thing that kind of looked like Earth that had these, like, beams of light coming out of it that were supposed to be the ways back to the real world.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I wanted to ask, so what did the digital world look like in the earlier seasons? It didn't look like the shitty internet in this movie, did it?
No.
It just looked like the world?
Yeah, it just looked like a regular world, but like,
Like
it would probably look like what Earth would look like if humans never existed.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, because it's all pretty much just like.
Except they have it's not all wilderness, but it is all wilderness, but they still have like, occasionally you'll see like a shop.
Yeah.
And Digimon runs the shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. They seem to be sentient, like a lot more than Pokemon.
I mean, they're self-aware that they can sing their own theme song. So
is there a Digi-government?
No.
In this world?
There's not, other than there's like the good guys and the bad guys.
Digi-anarchy.
Okay. Digi-anarchy. Digi-tribal system. Digi-nomads.
I would say it could be considered tribal because they do kind of hang out like some. But I think later in the seasons you kind of see like a lot of the same Digimon hang out with one another, and they live in their own environments that are kind of specific to their type kind of thing.
Do they eat each other, or are they all vegetarian?
That's not really discussed.
Okay.
I don't think they eat.
Well,
no, they do eat. They do get hungry. But you
in the real world.
Yeah. Oh. No. So in the real world they eat, but they also eat in the digital world. Like that's like there are like tension moments in the seasons where the Digimon can't digivolve because they're too hungry.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
And so, but they always eat like fruit and things like that.
Not each other.
Right.
Okay.
Digital fruit. So
that's good. Do you think Pokemon get eaten in the Pokemon world?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would imagine, just like any other animal.
I mean, because they are the predominant.
They are
animals in that movie, yeah. Unless that world, yeah.
Are there other animals other than Pokemon?
In first season, you see some birds.
Random birds, probably. Maybe.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pokemon, in the Simpsons movie, did y'all catch on to the Pokemon reference?
No, I never saw the Simpsons movie.
I did, but it's been a long time.
I've literally watched maybe 7
I've seen it once.
But you
didn't see the Pokemon reference?
I don't remember it.
Oh, it's so slight. It's like they're talking about the weather on the TV show, and they're like, "It's so great outside. The Taylor are out," and there's like Taylor was a Pokemon.
Oh, would have been one of the later ones.
It is. It's a Pokemon from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I also know everything about Pokemon as well as I do Digimon.
Just a Mon expert.
I'm a Mon expert.
I wouldn't have gotten that joke.
Mon expert.
Because I did. I guess it was Emerald or Sapphire. One of them.
Emerald.
Yeah, I think it was Emerald.
That's what we discussed last episode.
Yeah. So I did play Emerald, but I didn't learn all of the new Pokemon from it, so I would not have gotten that joke anyway.
I played Platinum a lot when we had a snow day at college. But then I quit playing it when I actually had to study again. Because it was a semester where I had to take graphic design, and that was the most intensively hard class, shockingly.
Why are you not just playing Pokemon?
I should have been. I should have just fucked off. I made a B in the class anyway.
Hell yeah.
You could have played more Pokemon, made a C.
Yeah, still passed. C's get degrees.
That's right.
That's how I got my degree.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Felt like I wasn't going to get any more scholarships. I was a junior at that point. It was too late. So, the kid with the goggles isn't Ty. His name's like Bai or
No, his name's Davis.
Davis. Okay, sure, he gets a normal name. We got Carrie, TK, Ty.
It's Kyrie and TK.
They say Kari at one point.
It's Kari, isn't it?
It's Kyrie in the show. It's like the Avatar movie where they kind of just change all the names in the movie because
Yeah.
And then we got Davis.
God, that made me so angry.
But
Davis.
He's in love with
Kyrie.
all of the girls because this guy gets mad when this dude.
No, just Kyrie.
Really? Okay. Oh, that's right. He is just in love with Kyrie.
Yeah, he doesn't like whatever her name is with the hawk Pokemon. Pot Digimon. I didn't say Pokemon. I don't actually know what her name is, but she has the hawk as a Digimon.
Oh yeah, the girl with the
the
glasses.
hawk is a real like stick in the mud too.
I bet the girl with the glasses and the beret smokes pot.
Later on, definitely.
Yeah. She does art in college.
Hell yeah, she does.
The blonde guy is Willis, just older, right?
Right.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Willis is a broken soul because he's been pursued for 4 years by a demon.
I wasn't paying attention while we were watching it, but I'm really.
God, that's really sad. That's way darker than
Yeah, they treat it pretty lightly, but this boy's been on the run forever.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
from a demon that's also his friend.
Yeah, I never noticed that was a Mazda. This truck, by the way.
Oh yeah, that was the first one I saw.
I didn't catch that
product
one.
placement.
It's clearly a Mazda.
Well, so I feel like they spent a lot of their budget on the first or the second part of the movie and the first part of the movie, because I'm starting to notice more and more in this part of the movie. There are parts where the animation is real bad.
So there's
parts of it that's pretty good, and then there's a few scenes
where it's like clip art, like it's like pretty bad.
Well, yeah, for the movie it wouldn't make a lot of sense. I know in a lot of animes, like series,
animu. Yeah, it's the plural.
I'm not weeaboo enough to use that.
Who's your waifu these days?
But in a lot of animu,
right?
Thank you. Like to get this the series done, like to get the episodes out in time and stuff, they will skimp on animation in certain parts, and then they will go back and redraw it for the DVD release.
Oh, okay,
interesting.
So there's a lot of actually a bunch, pretty much any anime series where I think Dragon Ball Z is probably one of the worst offenders of having in the when it was airing, having just some really terrible bad animation for some scenes, and then they went back and redid it for the DVD when they had more time.
That makes sense. I never knew that.
Yeah, so it would make sense for this show. It wouldn't make so much sense here because they would have probably animated it all before releasing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, to your point, it may be that it was just a budget thing, because there's some of these, especially the fight scenes here, that one's kind of
yeah.
But there's some scenes that are pretty detailed and well drawn, and then there will be another filler scene
But it's not even specific to close-ups. There's some close-up scenes.
Yeah, it seems to just be random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could also be the fact they may have had
it almost looks like
animators.
Yeah, I was looking to say the same thing. It almost looks like there were parts that were drawn by one person and then other parts that were not, because it's not consistent in style.
No, it's not. It definitely looks like some
See, even in the movie, they're he's got so we just saw Terriermon Digivolve, and we talked about how he got pants, and the movie even says the guy goes, he's got pants now.
Yeah.
Aww. Gargamon. What a cool...
Gargamel.
Gargamel, yes. I'm gonna just eat some Smurf. I wanted to browse the general Wikipedia article for Digimon, because there's a lot of stuff I obviously don't know, because I've asked a million questions. I like this... I'm just going to read this. I'm going to start at the middle of the sentence. They team up to defeat evil Digimon and human villains who were trying to destroy the fabric of the digital world. Period. Next sentence. June is God. End of that sentence. And then it just moves on to talk about when the franchise was created. Yeah. Literally just the three
June
words.
Is God.
Yeah, Jun is God.
Wow.
I'm on my phone, so I'm not going to try to see if that was just vandalized.
Jeez, just pushing their agenda on Digimon Wikipedia.
What in the world?
All right.
Is there any religion in the show? Was there a Jun?
No,
not that I remember.
This feels like... Okay, I'm going to check at home and see if that was edited or whatever. That's really weird. Apparently they're called Chosen Children in Japan instead of Digi-Destined, which sounds a lot cooler. Doesn't roll off the tongue as much, but...
Yeah, but it's not chosen for what? You don't know.
You're right.
No context in that title.
That's a good point. You never know. Chosen for...
I need to know what they're destined for.
For Digi.
For Digi, exactly.
Okay, here's the Digimon life cycle. They age, and the life cycle's a link so I can read about real life cycles. They age in a similar fashion to real organisms, but do not die under normal circumstances, as previously discussed.
Right. I didn't think they aged. Okay.
Apparently they do. They don't die because they are made of reconfigurable data, which can be seen throughout the show. Anyone that receives a fatal wound will dissolve in an infinitesimal, I messed that up, bits of data, which recompiles as a digi-egg, which will hatch when rubbed gently.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they retain memories, but sometimes... Oh, however, if a Digimon's data is completely destroyed, they will die.
So they can
kill a Digimon.
They really hard, apparently.
If they bleed, you can kill it.
Well, Sounds like I thought when they got recompiled, they just like it was like a respawn, and they just recompiled into themselves again. But it sounds like they either get recompiled into totally new Digimon.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Which means they kind of die. It's just like a reincarnation thing.
Yeah, that's sort of what it talks about. That's pretty weird, pretty dramatic.
You know what I understand here is that, like, Angemon and Angemon, their champion forms, totally put up a fight up against this guy. They go Mega, get slapped one time, and just die.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
They should evolve and whoop ass.
I was like, why didn't y'all evolve sooner?
Well, yeah, and they also apparently only evolved to
release the
these
quote-unquote golden Digi-Egg so that so Vmon and Terriermon could golden armor Digivolve.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me.
And I don't even remember this being in the show. I literally think they made it up and expected kids to just be like, I guess it was an episode that I missed. Like, I don't know that it was actually mentioned.
Like, oh, it's a new form for the movies.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I gotta... Mom, take me buy this golden thing for Toys R Us.
Are you trying to quote me directly?
I've seen through time and space, and I know what you did after you saw this movie in the year 2000.
Are you affected by the virus?
We have to go back. That was a lost...
Back to Toys R Us.
Hey, I'll go back to Colorado. I don't give a crap.
Go back to KB Toys.
We gotta go. Oh man, I miss that place. I miss the outlet toy mall, toy store in town.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the end of the movie.
I didn't really understand that last scene where it's
Were you singing Smash Mouth?
where it's just him dancing.
Yeah, because it's just a joke. They're being like, he likes to
okay.
dance now. Just Willis being like, oh, right, those Digimon that I ruined, destroyed, and actually destroyed my last 4 lives, I don't really know them.
Right, because I gave them virus.
Right,
One
because
of
I
them
had
was
2
virus,
and was like,
yeah.
you know, and I had 2, and one of them got hurt, so you know I'm not responsible. I should get a third one.
You're right.
For tax reasons. This is why you kids out there being computer scientists, don't do it. Wait till you're my age and then be worse than I am.
Yeah,
That's right, because if you do that, you'll accidentally create Digimon and it might destroy the world.
Yeah.
possible. Yeah, get targeted by nukes.
There are millions of stories of young geniuses ruining the world. There's that one with Neil Patrick Harris.
Doogie Howser?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Or are you talking about his character in Starship Troopers? Which one?
I'm talking about How I Met Your Mother.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. What about Dr. Horrible? That was a good one.
I watched that series.
Yeah, I did too.
I liked it.
It's a nice little thing. I don't think it was a series. It was just like a 40-minute movie, wasn't it?
They may have released it later as one giant thing, but I think it was episodes when I was watching it.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I
Dr.
remember-
Horrible, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. The musical?
yeah,
Where he sings in the laundromat?
yeah.
Yeah. It was episodes. When I saw it, it was like iTunes episodes.
I saw it on Hulu and it was all one thing.
They must have combined it later.
And I think they combined it first because it was on.
You want to challenge me, motherfucker?
I do. Because it was created during the writer's strike. It was
Oh, yeah?
a
Oh, yeah?
project that they whipped.
What is Joe's Digimon's champion form? Is it a seal or a walrus?
It's probably metal Walroo Greymon.
Wrong, it's a walrus. Walrus.
Man.
Walrus.
Walrus. So like you're
And then
trying
its
to do
ultimate
like a
form-
bad Liverpool
Yeah,
accent. saying
its
walrus.
its ultimate form is like a giant turtle with this huge hammer.
It's like Michael
kinda
Caine
cool.
saying walrus.
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 It shoots
Michael
a missile out of its
Okay.
horn. The walrus.
That's pretty neat.
That's pretty nice.
Oh, the main reason that Joe's Digimon is like kind of undervalued, besides the fact that he's kind of silly, is because his only attack is, I'm throwing a bunch of fish at you.
That's cute.
Well, then we have the other one that like literally shoots a fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
seems
that's a
pretty-
little disappointing.
Seems pretty
ability.
ineffective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But hey, when they accidentally fall down a waterfall, he comes in a pinch.
There you go.
He comes out in a pinch. He comes through in a pinch.
think
Comes through. Edit that out. He comes through in a pinch.
Comes over in a pinch.
There you go.
This comes through, right? Why would we?
It is comes through in a
Comes
pinch.
through in a pinch.
I just want to say comes
Yeah.
over in a pinch. I want to try a different preposition, see how it sounded.
Can we try to harmonize in the word comes?
Mm.
Comes. Cool.
Great.
Thank you for listening to the placeholder episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will catch you next time.